Welcome back to Blind Item Breakdown. Our first blind item is about Ariana Grande, her boyfriend Ethan Slater, and his baby mama Lily J. It reads, SpongeBob will not be allowed to do solo press for the upcoming movie. He will be allowed to do group events. Apparently, the word is that he's going to bring his ex, Lily J, and the kid to at least one premiere as his kind of protest for not being allowed to do solo press. I don't know if you guys remember last year's Wicked Press tour, but it was intense. And it's kind of weird that they're limiting Ethan Slater from speaking on his own. I mean, this is his movie too, and maybe this is the, studio trying to limit some of the bad headlines, but him bringing his baby mama and his baby to a premiere, that's definitely gonna make news. This comment says, I hope Ethan Slater's ex, Lily J, doesn't go with him. Tell him to kick rocks. Why can't he do solo press though? Did I miss something? Is it true that they might be getting back together after all he put her through? I could not imagine Lily J taking back Ethan Slater. I don't know. I mean, I don't know how their relationship is now, but Lily J is a very smart woman and I feel like she learned her lesson. One person said, why would his ex comply to that? This person adds that they've been together since high school and they have a child. She's probably going to take him back, sadly. They'll break up again though. She'll never trust him again. If you guys haven't seen my Let's Get Into It podcast episode from yesterday, definitely go and check it out because it seems like Ariana Grande's not doing well, like health-wise. But let's focus on her relationship because this headline says that Ariana and Ethan's romance might be cooling after he mended his relationship with his baby mama. We all know that Ariana Grande was married to Dalton Gomez, and of course, Ethan was married as well to his high school sweetheart. An insider says that Ethan sometimes wonders if he should have stayed in his quieter world. The contrast is brutal. Oh, what now, Ethan? You're realizing the roller coaster is a little bit too intense? Well, it's too late, buddy. The issue is that Ariana Grande has a big life and even bigger entourage that constantly follows her around. So Ethan's missing that one-on-one time that he had with his ex-wife, realizing that, Wicked, the behind the scenes, the little secrecy they had back then, that's not going to happen probably ever again because they're not going to have that alone time because they don't have anything to hide anymore. So it's not exciting for Ariana Grande. Going on tour is going to be more exciting. Ethan loves her, but he's drowning in the circus of Ariana's life. He's used to a controlled Broadway stage, not sold out arenas screaming for every move. Even when Ethan's home, he's mentally halfway through the tour or rehearsals. It's exhausting just watching him try to keep up. Now, there were rumors that Ethan and Ariana broke up, but those don't seem to be true, though it does seem like Ethan has been spending more time with Lily J and their son. It looks like an eyewitness spotted them together in early September. They said that Ethan looked really happy, just pushing the stroller like any other parent. Just a few steps ahead was a woman who looked like his ex, helping a little kid ride in one of those toy wagons.
I don't like Ariana Grande for a number of reasons. None of them have to do with her ability as an artist. I think she's a wonderful artist. However, amidst the breakup rumors between her and Ethan Slater, I just wanted to throw this out there now that I hope people aren't defending their relationship as hard as they were. Was it anybody's responsibility to respect Ethan Slater and Lily J's marriage other than Ethan Slater and Lily J? No, absolutely not. But I just want to throw this out there as someone who doesn't enjoy seeing other women in pain. I personally would have never pursued a relationship with a man who is married with a newborn child. I just wouldn't. I think it was an incredibly unkind thing to do. And you know what? Ariana Grande has a history of just doing things that are incredibly unkind. And that being said, nobody's responsibility to respect his marriage other than Ethan Slater. If it was any normal person, that would have been inexcusable. Apparently, amongst their breakup, Ethan Slater is saying that he plans on bringing his ex-wife and his child to movie premieres or press tours or anything like that. I hope Lily J politely declines.
You guys may remember that Lily J wrote an essay for The Cut titled, How Does My Divorce Make You Feel? She discussed the emotional impact of divorcing in the shadow of my husband's new relationship with a celebrity. She claimed that she was essentially silenced from telling her side of the story, but in the early days, fans heard her loudly and clearly. Lily J did not hold back. Back in July 2023, she told Page 6 that my family is just collateral damage and that Ariana's not a girl's girl. I think Ethan's starting to realize that the buzz around Wicked is dying off, and he's questioning what his relationship with Ariana Grande is going to look like when she's no longer Glinda. There's a reason why Hollywood stars always seem to walk away from scandals untouched. Just like there's a reason why Morgan & Morgan is America's largest injury firm. Most regular people, including knowing me, don't have a legal army behind them. And if you're injured in an accident, insurance companies try their best to pay you as little as possible. That is where Morgan & Morgan comes in. With over 1,000 attorneys and 100 offices across the country, they are built to fight for regular people, not corporations. In Florida, a client was offered $350,000 by an insurance company. Morgan & Morgan stepped in and got them $12 million. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome, but these stories are what they do every day. And it's easier than ever. You don't have to deal with those piles of paperwork. You also don't have to pay anything up front. You could even start your claim right now within minutes by using your phone. You could get started by scanning the QR code on the screen using your phone's camera. Remember, the fee is free unless they win. If you ever find yourself injured, then check out Morgan & Morgan. Again, you could start your claim today by scanning the QR code or visiting the link in my description below. It's fast, it's simple, and it could change everything. Now, I don't know if I'm going to be able to include this one in the title, but I wanted to talk about this blind item because it sounds insane to me. We're talking about Aaron Taylor Johnson and his wife, Sam Taylor Johnson, with the longest names. That's probably why they won't make it the title. But this blind item reads, someone very close to the foreign-born three-named actor who's very jealous is responsible for the recent very negative press about the actor. They're kind of accusing Aaron's wife, Sam, of turning on him. If you guys don't know the lore between Sam and Aaron, it's so creepy. She's known him since he was a young boy. They ended up getting into a relationship when he was like 18 and getting married, and it seems like she kind of allegedly may have groomed him. I mean, that's what people have said for years now. This comment reads, can Sam be really so vicious and stupid and sabotage his career? The more he's in demand, the more money they will have. I can see her wanting to ruin his career because she wants to be the one in control. I mean, that's why she was like a, 40-year-old woman, like dating a teenager. Somebody asked, breakup soon? Now, I don't know if Sam is behind this bad news, but Aaron Taylor Johnson has a really nasty story circulating about him. One of his former co-stars, Sandra, is calling him out for bullying her and doing much more. I mean, I would say that he got pretty physical with her. Now, the film that they were in was the 2012 film Savages. So, this happened a while ago, but it doesn't change how disgusting this is. So, Sandra posted a statement on social media where she says that Aaron purposely pressed the brakes of a truck while they were in a scene, and she was in the back of the vehicle with her arms and legs bound. So they're shooting a movie, and her, she's kidnapped. He's driving the truck, and he thought it was real funny watching her fling back and forth in pain. Sandra claims that she was sent flying across the truck and it hurt. Another actor, Taylor, was in the passenger seat at the time, but he was not in the position of power behind the wheel or on the production. She says, we came in a truck. I was supposed to be kidnapped with the hands and feet tied in the truck. Well, they seemed to find it really funny between takes to start the truck really hard for me to fly around and hit with the movement of the van. Sandra said that she did not say anything about it at the time, but she hated them. She said, two proud celebrities were able to do that. And at a later time, at the premiere, Aaron did come to apologize to her, but a little too late, buddy.
Salió que he sufrido bullying, Sandra.
Sí, sufrí bullying en Salvajes por Aaron Taylor Johnson y Taylor Kitsch. Me trataron muy mal. Fueron dos patanes total. Yo venía en una camioneta detrás porque ellos supuestamente me habían secuestrado y venía atada de manos y atada de los pies porque supuestamente estaba secuestrada. Y aprovecharon ese momento de sentirme como vulnerable para decir, está muy chistoso agarrar la camioneta que era como un jeep para poder dar vueltas y voltear, y entonces entre más yo me golpeaba y me pegaba y no me podía yo sostener, más risa les causaba a ellos. Entonces, pues mi papá estaba por ahí, salió morado del coraje, él quería hablar con alguien y decirle, yo le dije, a ver, es mi primera película en Hollywood, es mi primera película con Oliver Stone, no quiero ahorita yo armar un escándalo, ¿no?
We've got a weird blind item here. I've seen this trending online because Liam Payne, rest in peace, former One Direction member's ex-girlfriend Kate Cassidy is doing some weird things. And I know we all grieve differently, but let me, explain this to you. Our blind item reads, the mainstream media is just now catching on to what I told you months ago. The ex of the dead boy bander has been asking for money from his parents to make sure the bad stuff she knows stays secret. The parents have reached their breaking point, though, and have decided that she can say whatever she has to say. If Kate Cassidy really extorted Liam Payne's parents for money and, is threatening to expose some of his dark secrets, then she's got a first-class ticket to hell. This comment reads, why don't they take legal action against her extortion? That chick had hundreds of thousands of dollars of jewelry, watches, bags, shoes that Liam gifted her. She should be ashamed of herself. I bet that she didn't sell any of it. Actually, I messaged her if she wanted to sell a watch or a bracelet I liked. Never heard back. The related headline says, who does this? How Liam Payne's girlfriend, Kate Cassidy, is accused of tormenting the late star's family. Kate Cassidy recently shared a picture of Liam on social media, but this wasn't a throwback. This was an AI-generated photo of Kate and Liam Payne together, back from the dead. Here's an example of one of the photos that Kate posted with Liam. And there's some people who think AI is cute because you can create a photo of a loved one that you miss. But one of Liam's former colleagues describes her decision to post them as distasteful and unhelpful to his family. Who does this? Of course, she's fully entitled to remember Liam, but this all feels a bit much. It's surely triggering for those who loved Liam. That's like what a fan would do, not an ex-girlfriend. I mean, again, we all grieve differently. There is some sympathy for Kate, but creating a photo of them together so soon after his death is completely strange and also upsetting for those who loved Liam. We're coming up on the 1-year anniversary of Liam's death, and it seems like Kate is about to go to town. She's about to go on a press tour, about to talk about him. She's gonna have her 15 minutes, and she's gonna, get her cake and eat it too. Like, I hate this kind of behavior. It feels so disingenuous, and they had a really toxic relationship. But I'm also human, and I recognize losing a loved one like this is so incredibly difficult. I can't imagine what she's going through, and maybe she doesn't know what's right or wrong. I mean, I would be distraught if I ever lost my boyfriend. Knock on wood. Pray to God. Okay, here's a clip of Kate Cassidy talking about when she learned about Liam's passing.
How you found out on the day that we sadly lost Liam. What happened that day? Where were you? And how did you find out?
I was on the couch and I got a phone call from one of Liam's friends, and he called me and said, is Liam okay? I heard he fell from a balcony. I was like, that's not true at all. Like, there's no way. This isn't true. And when his friend first called me too, he didn't mention anything about death. So the first thing that went to my mind was either it was a rumor, just something for clickbait, or he fell off a balcony and he broke a rib. Like, he's okay. So I'm making all these phone calls and nobody's answering, like, what's going on? And he was like, the only update I've heard is that Liam's dead. In that moment, I still didn't believe it to be true. There was just no way. I kept saying, no. Are you sure? He's probably just, he broke a bone. He broke a rib. He broke something. Like, he's not dead. He's not dead. There's no way he's dead. There's no way. It brings all these emotions back where it's just still doesn't even feel true. Talking about it, sometimes I can talk about it without crying, and then other times I can't really even speak.
There's a fine line when it comes to AI because it can be a tool and it can help someone get over a loss of a loved one, but it also can extend that pain when they start to pretend that their ChatGPT is their late husband, or they start having an emotional connection with ChatGPT or some AI and they start generating images. I don't know if Kate is using this as a way to cope, or she's just trying to get attention by generating the AI photos. Kate has done some speaking out about why she left Liam back in Argentina and went to go and stay at one of his apartments. Actually, at one point after his death, his parents had to ask her to move out of that apartment because they're not going to be paying it for her. Back in March, Kate was celebrating her birthday and posted an unseen photo of Liam on her Instagram saying, thankful for another year and reflecting on the beauty of 25, a chapter that will always be a part of me. And even though Kate continues to post about Liam, she has no connection to his inner circle. She hasn't reached out to them. She's not talking to the parents. The parents aren't even talking about their grief. She's really having her own experience here.
I don't know how to start this video, and I feel like I never know how to start videos on here anymore. But I'm packing up and organizing some things right now, and I've had these boxes sitting down here in my basement for probably 3 or 4 months now, and I've just been absolutely dreading opening these boxes and going through these things because they're just kind of the things that I've had in the last couple of months and weeks with Liam. And so I've just been really procrastinating opening these boxes and sorting through these boxes, and that's what I've been doing for the past hour, just organizing and getting my things together and packing up my stuff. And I opened this box. I'm really trying to pull it together right now, and I found this dress was literally at the top of the box, and
This dress actually brings me so much like peace and comfort because the memory that me and Liam had in this dress was just a memory that I'll literally just never forget.
Today, October 16th, marks the 1-year anniversary of Liam's death, and I want to have a moment of silence and a prayer for his family and his soul and his close friends and everyone, even you, Kate, because amen. Our next blind item is about Katy Perry's boyfriend, Justin Trudeau, and his ex-wife, Sophie. Apparently, the former wife of the former north of the border A-lister is helping out the lawyer/baby mama. This comment reads, as a Canadian, it's both shocking that our media has not even breathed a word of Justin Trudeau having a love child as a prime minister. The closest I came to it was an East Coast gossip magazine that outed her as a late 30-something lawyer for Imperial Oil in St. John's, NFLD. Her name's Danielle Somerton, and she looks a little like Katy Perry. Would not be surprised if Justin Trudeau has a love child and cheated on his wife, Sophie. I mean, they were together like 2 decades. Now he's in his Playboy era. We recently saw that Katy Perry and Justin were on her yacht, hanging out, making out, and Sophie posted an interesting clip on social media saying that love was never about possession, it's always about presence. And you know, she seems very spiritual, very into it, which I love that about Sophie, and I feel like she's trying to throw some like spiritual subtle shade.
Do you find that sometimes we forget that nothing we love was ever meant to be kept? The people, the places, even the moments that once felt, I don't know, infinite, right? Time asks us to not cling to them. And yet we do, I do, because to hold on feels safer than to let go. But love was never about possession. It was always about presence, the present moment. And when we release what we cannot keep, we make space for the truth of connection, intimacy, the memory, you know, for the lesson, for the way a single smile can echo across a lifetime. Grief also lives there. I've lost my dad in the past year, and I feel that with grief also comes grace. So maybe love's deepest teaching is this: to stand open-hearted in the face of impermanence, to honor what has been, and to trust that letting go is also a form of keeping inside us, where no loss.
I know this is like very enlightened, but it's giving me like stress. Like, you know, like you guys ever talk to like those therapists or you get that advice where you're just like, oh, let go of everything. I'm like, oh my gosh, easier said than done. But you know what? You look like you're glowing, Sophie, so I'll have what she has.
Can erase it in a way. So take a breath with me, place one hand on your chest just for a couple of seconds, and remember someone or something you've had to release.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, released them. Looks like Sophie is focusing on releasing her breath as far as Justin Trudeau goes, because he's all over Miss Katy Perry. Sources say that Katy Perry's very, very interested in him. She says he's a real catch, a high-quality guy. She clearly likes him a lot, and he likes her a lot, even after watching her perform live. That's how you know he really likes her.
What you? I'm sorry. What?
I heard you were single.
You heard I was single. Oh, that's interesting. Katy Perry, will you marry me? I couldn't leave that line out. Are you kidding me? Not today. You know, you really should have asked me about 48 hours ago. You want a few dates first? All right. What's your name, mate?
Darren.
Darren, and you're a single guy?
I am.
Now, what are the qualities you look for in a mate?
Beautiful voice, beautiful face, lovely eyes, intelligence, a good story, a good partner, a good lover.
Oh my God, let's go far away from that man.
Our next blind item is about Tom Cruise and Keith Urban. The pint-sized actor is worried because the foreign-born A-lister knows all, but has never signed an NDA. The worry is that he will start using and start spilling. So Tom Cruise knows that Nicole Kidman doesn't have an NDA with Keith Urban, and Nicole has probably told Keith all about the cult that Tom is, high up in, and he probably knows these secrets, and he's worried that if Keith starts to get messed up, he might start to talk about what he knows about this cult. I would be so scared of them if I was Keith. This comment reads, I'm sure Nicole has told him everything about Tiny Tom. Nicole may have signed an NDA, but Keith didn't. Hopefully Keith won't go back on alcohol alcohol and drugs now that he's no longer with Nicole. Remember, there was some contractual agreements within their marriage that he had to stay sober while married to Nicole. Keith has recently shared that he's lonely and miserable while he's on tour. He reflects, when you wake up on a tour bus at 3:30 in the morning, you're sick as a dog, you're in the middle of nowhere, and you've got to play your 5th show later that night. You haven't slept, and you miss your friends, you miss your family, you're completely lonely and miserable and sick. You say to yourself, why am I doing this? The only answer can be because this is what I'm born to do. Supposedly, Nicole Kidman is holding the family together, keeping the daughters at bay during this difficult time while Keith has been gone. There have been rumors that Keith Urban and his guitarist, Maggie, were romantically involved after clips of the two musicians looking flirty on stage surfaced online. Maggie's father, Chuck, I love their names, Maggie and Chuck. Well, Daddy Chuck chimed in and denied the speculation, saying, I don't know anything about that other than she plays guitar for him. But her dad added that it's more of a musician thing than a dating thing, which I get it. I mean, I've heard when you sing or perform with people, you kind of you get in the groove together. And Maggie has said herself that there's a rule. You cannot date the band members.
So you play with some really cute guys. Is there any romance going on off stage?
No, there's not, honestly. I mean, there's always been a rule you can't date the band members, because what happens if we break up and then
True.
I lost the drummer? I can't do it.
So the drummer's cute.
I mean,
Since we've been talking about Bella Hadid, let's just keep up with her. This blind item reads, if this celebrity offspring of the barely there celebrities would stop doing so much Coca-Cola, her health would return to normal. Full stop. Supposedly, Bella has been going under invasive treatments at Germany's St. George's Hospital. Yolanda said that her daughter has been living in an unknown hell ever since she was diagnosed at age 16. The hospital has a Lyme's disease specialized center, which is focused on the whole body treatment to kill the bacteria. Oh, ouch. Shout out to all of our Lyme's disease people out there. Bella is said to have 2 rounds, 1 week apart, according to an insider. It's 2 weeks of antibiotics, a clination therapy, removing heavy metals from the body, multiple peptide infusions. It sounds like they're injecting her with a bunch of that good stuff to just make her feel probably amazing.
She had shared over 100 days of treatment by the time it was 2023, and then said that she finally felt like she was healthy in 2023. Now, the streets of the internet are saying that she doesn't have chronic Lyme's disease, that something like that doesn't really exist. People have accused her of, trigger warning, having some sort of ED, and that she's essentially lying about her illness. The term chronic Lyme disease is controversial. Many health authorities prefer to call it post-treatment Lyme disease syndrome for lingering symptoms, which is something often debated in the medical community. Chronic illnesses, especially invisible ones, are kind of messy and hard to understand from the outside looking in. So I personally don't want to jump to that conclusion. But irrespective of what the illness really is, I think it's more kind and often accurate to assume sincerity. People are blaming her mom essentially for what's going on with her, saying that her mom has forced her into anorexia and that she's long suffering from it.
It seems like Bella is just following her mother, Yolanda's instruction. Yolanda's very holistic, and she and the Hadids have a lot of money, so they're open to experimenting and doing treatments in other countries. And it looks like Yolanda is willing to pay whatever they need to get Bella feeling amazing. There's a lot of speculation around Lyme's disease. I mean, I fully believe it happens and there's chronic Lyme's disease, but it's not heavily recognized in the United States, which is why they're traveling out of the country to go and get these treatments. But I remember watching Real Housewives because I used to watch TV whenever my parents had cable. I don't have cable. I've had cable since for years, but back in the day, you know how long ago that was, Yolanda was on the show, and I remember they made her Lyme's disease a big part of her storyline.
I'll bring you through. Okay. I go look in the closets. What's in there?
I know, especially
But
closets.
there's one closet that's got all her meds, and that's quite impressive. Can I look? Yeah, come follow me.
Holy Moses. Okay.
Wait, Yolanda has a closet full of meds?
Okay. Oh my God. Holy shit. This is way bigger than I can even process right now. I've never seen anything like this before, ever in my life. It's serious business. Okay. Just give me a little 411.
There's so much. She just recently had her metal crowns removed. Mercury was quite high. How are you, honey? Oh my God, look how cute you girls are.
Hi, cute. Hi, baby. My concern is that she's gotten a lot worse, and I'm thinking she's in a dark time. We've missed you.
I'm still in the same place. It is what it is. I'm not moving from here until I get well. I don't remember what it's like to be normal. Just can't pull it together. And I had a really extreme parasite infection, and that was hell. Yeah.
What's parasites from?
I'm starting to get anxiety. We have too many medical things going on here. Our next blind item is about Bad Baby, Danielle Bergoli. It reads, if the catchphrase celebrity really does have cancer, should she be smoking as much crack as she does? Oh, not the crack. This person writes, it probably doesn't make it that much worse. This person said that Danielle claims that the only thing that cancer does is make my white blood cell count high. It doesn't affect me physically. Not sure what kind of cancer doesn't affect one physically. Now, I do worry about Bad Baby. She's in a domestically violent relationship. She's got issues with her mom and substances, and she's got way too much money for all these problems. Some people are accusing Danielle, Bad Baby, of lying about her cancer because she's been vaping in videos, and they're saying, if you had cancer, why would you be vaping? Danielle said, I've never lied to the internet about anything. I wasn't even going to tell y'all until you wouldn't shut up about my weight. I've never been the type of person who lies just to lie. Y'all don't know celebrities or what we're going through just because you watch us through a screen. She said, yeah, you can have cancer and still smoke cigarettes, and I'm sure there's people who do. Since her diagnosis, it looks like, Danielle's had her breasts done and silicone injections removed from her butt. And then she had a nose job after her cancer, so she came back hard.
My daughter, I'm not lying about having cancer. I just choose to still vape because my doctor told me that a vape, I don't have lung cancer. A vape has nothing to do with my cancer. I have a blood cancer. Yeah, you can have cancer and smoke vapes. I know people who have lung cancer and still smoke cigarettes. I have a blood cancer. I have CML leukemia. I do not have lung cancer. I could smoke a vape if I want to smoke a vape. I have a blood cancer. Know what you're talking about before you talk about it.
Well, if you want to be technical, no one's supposed to smoke at all. I'm just saying.
But we do, right?
So a lot of people question Bad Baby, like hitting her vape while having cancer, having plastic surgery while having cancer. She claimed that she went to the top doctors, that they all proved. And I think she went to the top doctors. She's got the money to do that. And I'm sure the top doctors would love to say, yeah, would love to put you under the knife for surgery, even though you have currently cancer and you're dealing with that. I think they want that payday, and you've got to be careful too. I think that's why people are concerned. Like, yeah, she probably got the clearance. You can't just go and have surgery without clearance, but how much did she pay for that clearance?
I'm literally 21 years old, battling cancer. Who knows how long I'm gonna be here for? You think I'm not gonna get my body and my face right and do everything that I wanted to do? I'm seeking attention, babe. How am I seeking attention? Because you know why I told everybody I got my nose done? Basically, moral of the point, I want all the young girls that are scared to get plastic surgery to know it's okay to fix things about yourself. That's my whole point in being honest about getting surgeries, because I didn't like my nose for so long. Literally been talking about getting my nose done forever, and it took me so long to actually do it. I literally am 21 years old battling cancer. If you don't think I'm gonna live my life to the fullest and do everything I want to do without a care in the world about what you or the next you got to say about me, I'm gonna do me, like always. But always speak my truth. Always. Always.
Oh, Hilaria Baldwin. Miss Hilaria Baldwin, our Spanish celebrity. She's so upset that she's not on Dancing with the Stars. Which, shout out to Dancing with the Stars. We love them. But Hilaria is claiming that she was bullied off the show. This blind item reads, the cosplaying celebrity is upset because she says that she was promised that she would make it to the finale, but the thing is, everyone was tired of her. This comment reads, I bet the no talking while I'm talking didn't go over well with the other dancers. She's insufferable. Her ego sucks the oxygen out of the room. A cucumber could dance better than her. Which, remember, she couldn't remember the word cucumber, I believe, in one of her cooking videos.
We have very few ingredients. We have tomatoes. We have, how do you say it? Cucumbers. We have red pepper.
Somebody says, how do you say annoying and unlikable? She is like a super annoying chipmunk, and I like chipmunks, but I can't stand her. I'm surprised it took this long for people to get sick of her. Hilaria is claiming that her elimination was sabotage. She said it wasn't Disney enough and blamed Alex's friends for not voting, a source says. It was heartbreaking, a source says. She wanted this to be her redemption moment. Hilaria was super emotional when she was eliminated. She was asked about this, and she said, the first night we got here to LA, I said to my daughter, because I'm so open with my kids, what happens if I get voted off right away? She said, and her kids said, Mommy, at least you tried. And she says, I hope they know I always tried. And I feel like she was convinced that she would make it to the end because she's so emotional.
I closed the door and danced a long time ago. And opening it up has been painful. Maybe I'll close the door again.
Listen, we're not going to close the door because we're going tomorrow to a dance studio. We're going to do some TikToks. We're going to dance. We're going to put Alec into our dance routine.
we're gonna continue.
Whatever. We're going to entertain you guys. So I just want to say I'm so proud of you. You're incredible. You're not just an amazing mom to 7 incredible kids, but you're also a superhero in the dance studio. You put so much heart and love and passion to dance. You work so hard, tirelessly, and you're true, real inspiration to me. Friends for life.
Our next blind item is a big one. It's about MC Hammer, Gabrielle Union, Willie Harper, and Sweetie. It reads, this A-list Nepo niece, MC Hammer, Nepo cousin, Gabrielle Union / Nepo granddaughter, Willie Harper, and rapper-singer Sweetie make more money yachting every week than she has from her singing career. The thing is, though, her drug use has gotten really bad. She's becoming messy, and the guys don't want to pay as much as she charges for messy. You guys know we talk about yachting all the time. It's like when celebrities like escort, but they do for billionaires and multimillionaires who pay them hefty sums of money. This comment reads, who cares? All these Nepo babies are doing the same thing. Yeah, I don't doubt too many would want to pay for someone who poops the bed. Although, in that crowd, you never know. Sweetie is related to MC Hammer and Gabrielle Union, so maybe her? Lolly added, yes, her ex-best friend is threatening to go to TMZ if she doesn't pay back money. They went on some baller trips to Africa and Dubai to be entertained by rich men. The headline says, Sweetie accused by ex-road manager of dodging payments, witchcraft, using rugs, and leveraging romantic relationships to support her lifestyle. And she's quoted saying, pay up, cokehead. Maybach May is the one who's calling out Sweetie and claiming to be her former road manager, saying that she's not been paid, so now she's blackmailing her. Now, Sweetie is being accused of a bunch of different things, like witchcraft, which scares me, reminds me of Azalea Banks, using substances, really a lot of messy behavior that's not good for Sweetie because she's a pretty well-known rapper. Sweetie is not replying to any of these claims, and I feel like she's probably going to handle this business privately. So if I was Maybach May, I would probably sleep with one of my eyes open.
Why is everybody acting so shocked that Sweetie be out there selling that box? Because if you want to be real, like, Sweetie is a rapper, but she don't make money from rap. So how else is she supposed to keep up with her flashy, wealthy lifestyle? Let's be all the way real. Her music don't sell. She don't go on tour. She don't have no brand deals. Like, she don't do anything. She barely posts, because that's how people in all them industries really get their money, like, especially rappers, because, you know, rappers be on their label money, but if you're not making any money, you're going to owe your label, and then that's why you get shelved or they dropped you. Like, Sweetie don't even have an album out, and matter of fact, Sweetie has never dropped an album, actually. Then on top of it, she's never been on a tour by herself, like a tour for Sweetie. Sweetie's never even been on tour. Most she's ever did was pop up at Rolling Loud Festival. She's never did nothing else.
I'm so tired of hearing about Armie Hammer. He's so washed up, but it looks like the baking soda actor is going to star in OF. Somebody asked, are those his only fans because he ate the rest? The only thing interesting about him is that he may or may not eat people. Gross. I don't want to see Armie's Hammer. He's rich, but maybe his family disowned him. They're rumored to be broke by rich people's standards. Armie Hammer does whatever he can to get his podcast out in the press, and this headline says that he says he loved marijuana roofing people, claims he once got Johnny Depp stoned on a press tour.
The only vice that you had was that you smoked more marijuana than anyone on earth.
That's probably true.
And
that's probably true.
And you loved other people smoking with you.
That's true.
So
I loved poisoning people.
Yeah, well, don't say that because that's so
no. I loved smoking marijuana with people to the point where they were like, I'm so stoned I can't find my feet.
Right. And so
don't say that.
Yes, don't say that. We're going to talk about.
I loved marijuana roofing.
Where you need to self-censor you. So anyway, yeah. So you're smoking massive amounts of marijuana.
I think at that point in my life, I was smoking upwards of like 15 to 20 joints a day.
Another story that Armie Hammer, remember the guy that was accused of cannibalism, shared this year was whenever he went and he ate a live animal. He says, you don't eat the whole heart, you take a bite out of the heart. And he recalled being goaded by his friends who joined him on the hunting expedition. He's also clarified his cannibalism before by saying, you know what you actually have to do to be a cannibal? You have to actually eat the human flesh. So no. So maybe drinking someone's blood or, causing harm to them isn't necessarily cannibalism by definition. Of course, he knows more than anyone. Our next blind item is about Taylor Swift and Jimmy Fallon. The A-lister prefers the suck up the most out of all of the late night hosts because he'll do whatever the script he's given, no questions asked. With that being said, there were a few obvious lies told by the A-lister, but there will be no pushback. This person says, I'm not a Swiftie, but what she does well. I can't hate on her as she is way less annoying and problematic than a lot of other celebrities. This person says, I think that Taylor should have laid low for a while. She's had enough attention being her and the engagement to Travis. If she stayed out of the spotlight, then the thirst for her next album would be even more insane. Now, I did see a TikTok go viral on my For You page. I wanted to play it for you guys because it's so interesting. When she was preparing for the launch of her album, there was a lot of press she was doing, and during one interview, not with Jimmy Fallon, but during one interview with a few other artists, she, I guess, had maybe a rule that was set where you couldn't speak about the other artist's music, and it was a really bizarre interaction. I'm gonna go ahead and include that right here.
I'm so sick of greedy ass billionaires trying to hold everyone else down.
But it's from an upcoming EP.
Yeah, I was told I wasn't allowed to talk about it.
Oh, what am I?
Fuck it, yeah, it's coming out. The EP is coming out. I can tell you, it's called Survive, and it's coming out later in the year.
Fantastic.
Yeah, thank you very much. There's 2 songs.
Singing like a canary.
Yeah.
Did you see what she did there? She pretended like she didn't know what he was talking about. And then when she didn't think anyone was looking, she leaned over to Graham Norton and whispered, thanks. Take a look.
Yeah, thank you very much. There's 2 songs.
Singing like a canary.
Yeah.
Like, what else does she possibly need? More money, more fame, more albums to sell, more posters to be sold, more friendship bracelets? Like, why is it such a threat to her that someone like Louis Capaldi, that him having some success or getting some recognition or promoting his own album threatens you so much, unless you are so fake and so insecure about your own self that you have to hold people down?
What do you guys think of that moment in the comments below? But Taylor Swift used Jimmy Fallon as a way to go and set the record straight on some topics that she didn't want to be grilled over. Like, for example, the Super Bowl halftime show. We all thought she was going to do it, but there were rumors that she wanted to own the footage of her performance, and that's why the deal fell through.
You didn't turn down the Super Bowl because of performance footage?
No.
Okay.
No. Well, here's the thing. Like Jay-Z has always been very good to me.
Yes.
Our teams are really close. Like, it's like they sometimes will call and say, how does she feel about,
yeah.
And that's not like an official offer or an official or like a conference room conversation.
Just a
like, our
feeling
teams
out.
are really close. How does she feel about it in general? And we're always able to like tell him the truth, which is that like I am in love with a guy who does that sport on that actual field. The whole season I am locked in on what that man is doing on the field. Can you imagine if like he's out there every single week like putting his life on the line, doing this very dangerous, very high pressure, high intensity sport, and I'm like, I wonder what my choreo should be. And this is nothing to do with Travis. He would love for me to do it. I'm just too locked in.
Our final blind item is about Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck. This A-list everything in her mind celebrity basically confirmed what I've been telling you for months. She and Ben Affleck are still having SCX. This comment reads that Ben did not look good in those photos with her. It's concerning. We did talk about their reunion on my channel, and I must agree, he looked very red and puffy. This comment reads, they seemed good together. Maybe it works better at a distance. I'm thinking they got divorced so people would leave them alone so they could actually have a private relationship. We did see that J-Lo and Ben reunited on the red carpet for the kiss of Spider-Woman, which is not necessarily about like Spider-Man. I had my friend explain that to me. I was like, wait, what? Why would they call it Spider-Woman? But I guess it's like not the superhero. Now, sources are saying that these two get along way better when they're not in a relationship, which I'm not surprised. I mean, Ben seems like he likes his private life. J-Lo definitely doesn't. So they weren't really a match, a couple years ago or 20 years ago. Ben Affleck wasn't there because he was an actor in the movie or because he was supporting J-Lo. He produced the film. They actually got together to create the idea behind this film before they got divorced. So he was kind of contractually obligated to be there.
Why is it so important tonight to be here with Jennifer, support the movie, and show a united front?
I wouldn't dream of not being here. This is an incredible story. This is the kind of role I think that Jennifer has wanted to play her whole career, and she's fabulous in the movie. I'm really excited for people to get a chance to see Kiss of Spider-Man because she's great, Tone's great, Diego's great, Bill did an amazing job. I'm really excited for people to see it. I mean, I'm just thrilled to be here tonight.
It's amazing. It's amazing. It's really a cultural moment in time that Bill Condon was adamant about, and I am so grateful to be part of it, to produce it, to be picked as his Spider-Woman and his Aurora and his Ingrid Luna. So yeah.
I really don't think the world could handle another round of Bennifer, but I want to hear what you guys think in the comments below. I recently got some more P.O. Box package items, and I received something from a brand called Dream Bunny. So I'm going to go ahead and open some of these packages in the next few videos this coming week. So thank you guys to everyone who sent me something. I love to see your small businesses and your creations. Let's see what this is. Okay. We've got, oh, really, really nicely packed. Oh my god, so cute. What is this? Like is it a dog leash? Is it a dog collar? Oh my gosh, it looks like another one too. It's like a pink one with bunnies all over it. Okay, let's check this out. Dear Sloan, I'm sending you blessings and good vibes from my heart to yours. You're truly one of a kind, intelligent, handsome, and sharp as a diamond. Oh my gosh, you're so nice. Thank you for caring about pop culture like you do. Thank you for being so clever and share what you discover. Oh, you're wearing your Sloan hoodie. You're wearing your Sloan hoodie at the moment. Me too. I love this. Okay, I've included a few gifts from my shop, Dream Bunny. Some silky fabric to match your silky soul. I'm shook. Each set includes an accessory pouch, perfect for traveling, and a key fob wristlet thing. May your mornings and evenings bring even more magic and delight. Aw, thank you so much. It looks like your Instagram is Mycelium Mermaid. But what is your name? Does it say your name here? Oh, thank you so much. Dream Bunny. We're gonna call you Dream Bunny. P.S. Tell your mom that I say hey on that she's incredible. You are so sweet. Oh my gosh, I could tell that you are like an OG here too. Looks like we got a couple like crystals inside of here. Oh my god, like heart crystals. So cute. I mean, oh, okay, there we go. Oh my god, so cute. Thank you. I always keep your guys' letter, you know. And then let's see what this is about. This like pouch thing. Also, congrats on your business. That's so my gosh, cute. Oh my god, this is so good for traveling. Like pouch thing. Oh my gosh, I always could use a pouch. Oh, it has very Lana Del Rey with the rose. I can always use pouches because like I have to travel with my microphone and things like that. And these are really nice and thick. It's like I want to protect it. I usually put my microphone in a like what is it called? Like a pillowcase, but I feel like this would be better. Oh, and it's like double lined. Thank you so much, Dream Bunny. I really appreciate it. Oh, I love it. And I'll see you guys in a new video soon. Bye, guys.